Cervélo, our mission is to be the thought leader and the market leader in high-end road and triathlon. The real thing is, how do we make riders faster? And to do that, you got to think outside the box. And I think when you obsess continually about the functional side of it, the form emerges on its own. How are we going to improve the aerodynamics without compromising stiffness, lightweight, or comfort? So it's kind of like take everything on every parameter and make it all better. So that was a pretty tall mandate for the engineers.
You know, I'm a huge fan of the RCA. It's kind of the ideal combination. They've made a bike that's light and stiff and yet still really, really comfortable and really responsive. And it's not really the easiest thing to do. You know, I think they've really developed an awesome bike over the years, and you know, I think this is pretty cutting edge.
So I'm the composites engineer, or one of the composites engineers, and we work on the carbon fiber layup for all of our bike frames. It's our job to figure out how many pieces, where they go, what kind of materials we use, and all the kind of things we have to do to meet the stiffness and strength and weight performance requirements we have on the bikes. Lots of testing, lots of riding, and you know, just a lot of effort taken to make the best bike.
It's actually like the nicest thing about the RCA is that it's vertically compliant but laterally stiff, and that's what you need in cycling. You need to be laterally stiff, but vertically it doesn't need to be rigid, because then you feel every bump you go over.
The translation of those engineering benefits into the rider's experience works like this. Lighter, of course. Everybody knows that a lighter bike is more fun to ride and faster uphill. Stiffer counts when you're pedaling hard or when you're out of the saddle, climbing or sprinting, and also when you're cornering. If you initiate a turn, you need the frame to be stiff enough that it doesn't lose and delay the steering input between the road and the hands of the feedback. So lighter and stiffer are important in that way. And more aero is less easy to sense as you're riding the bike, but it makes the biggest difference in your speed for a given power.
For me, that's a big thing. It's not just about getting up on the pedals or lightweight going up the hill. It's the way that the bike works with your body and responds, and that stiffness that the bike provides, for me, is a big difference from other bikes.
For one frame, there's probably over 400 different pieces of material that we have to individually cut and kit for a bike frame. So when we manufacture a bike, it takes about 3 days of solid work and the work of about 7 different specialists to get that bike from that raw material into a completed bike.
I suppose another way to look at my role on the RCA was to help collaborate the different departments and bring together the learnings from the aerodynamicists and the structural engineers and put that together into a cohesive design. We didn't just make it a little bit more aerodynamic, we made it 7.5 watts more aerodynamic, and that's a real achievement. Yes, don't tell the weight leanings, but we added aerodynamics to their bike.
I think we did such a good job on the RCA that even if you get an advantage in the aerodynamics performance, we didn't lose an edge on weight and stiffness target. So if you like to climb, you still have all the performance you need. And on top of it, if you get to the top of a mountain, you still have to go down, and where aerodynamics is really important.
There's obviously more technology put into this to be aero but also stiff and light, and you seem to get everything out of the bike that you put into it. It's unlike any bike I've been on before. I'd give up any bike for the RCA any day.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm not a climber, so the lighter and stiffer the bike is, the better for me, because I need all the help I can get.